Good morning. Man, my desk is a mess. Hope everyone's having a good morning. For those of you who are actually out there this early, we're going to be working on grimoires. I want to kind of change their appearance. I went through a lot of the stuff last night. Got some of the localization done. Some of the boring like grunt work. I think most things working. So all of these spell ciphers are now localized. They have the correct names, correct information about the spells, tier information, mana cost, things like that. So it's actively propagating through on my general spell dictionary that I keep. If we go on the actual spell books, this is what I want to change. Oh, look at that. Seeing one out in the wild. That's pretty cool. I should be able to actually hit it with this spell. Yeah. Sweet. So I got the spell scroll system working as well. Everything should be retextured. It has all that right information. It should... I think it doesn't cost any mana casting these spells. I don't think it adds any experience either. Yeah, there we go. Because they're just like throwaway things. Yeah, hey, 17 Lala, yeah. It's an early stream. I had an opportunity, so I grabbed a soda and came right on. I'm not sure how exciting this stream will be because I wanna make the grimoires look a little more unique depending on what type they are. So that's kind of what the focus is. I did, again, a lot of that grunt work. Most of the grimoires, like the new spell dictionary, has been sorted. I will have to do another pass to deal with, like, you know, mana costs and cast times and, you know, their effects and things like that. I still need to do that pass, but all of the spells should be working. Things like Riftwalker, right? This is pretty much blink, but you can pass through solid objects. You know, so it's like, well, should that be a faster cast time? What should, you know, what should mana costs look like on something like that? It's a pretty neat spell that I decided to come up with. You could also kill yourself in it. So, right, you have a wall or something and you want to get through it, you just kind of blink right through. So yeah, a lot of that stuff is good. Like I said, I wanna polish off the look of the grimoires and then kind of move into the Spellforge. I'm not sure how much time I'm gonna have. That's why I put mini stream in there, but we'll see. I also want to make sure that there we go. Me6 is working again, so it was able to post. It was able to post in the Going Live channel on my Discord again. There we go. Fritz should be happy about that. My man Fritz. Is that the same? That must be the same elemental that I'm seeing just kind of walking around. Yep. It's been hit a couple times by spells. You know what? I could be nice, and I could hit it with Nature Spell, because that would heal it. You're a weary traveler. Do I have the aim? There we go, fully healed. You have your own Discord? Yes, I do. I'm actually moving off of the Vintage Story Discord for my mod. I had that up, but I can't pin anything. Like, you know, like it kind of sucks having like virtually no control over anything. So I decided to just use my personal Discord. Thank you. Yeah, not a problem. All right. Let's look at the grimoires. Let's get a shelf. Let's get a bookcase. Let's get a bookcase. Or bookshelf, right? It's a bookshelf. This works. Where's the sun? It's that way. These are kind of bright. I don't like this bookcase. There we go. Standard oak. Tried and true. Oh, wrong way. Damn it. This is the one I meant to get. There we go. I like that. Let's kind of get us a solid floor as well. This works. There we go. Just so I'm not constantly hearing the crunching at my feet. You know what I could probably do? Let's use the paintbrush here. I kind of want a wide area. So let's make it a cuboid one. Let's do like a 40 by 40. There we go. Perfect. Now we got a platform. You know what? I don't like the dark color. Let's make it light instead. There we go. Make it shine a little bit. All right, let's disable that tool. Let's take out some grimoires. Let's pull out a neutral grimoire, a light grimoire, and a dark grimoire. There we go. So we can kind of look at the books here. I don't think I'm gonna have like just solid like charcoal gray anymore. I think now that grimoires, like before I had that because like there were 4 tiers, right? Lesser, greater, blah blah blah. That's not really the case anymore. Now we have all the spells are tied to a specific essence type, and then within that essence type there are subdivisions of like 3 tiers of potency for spells. So I'm thinking this is maybe I'll put the neutral in the middle here. So we got our light, neutral, and darkness. We'll start with the neutral. I'm thinking I could probably reuse some of the textures that I've already made. Right, so like maybe the Zeganite can be for neutral, the Astrolith for the light, and of course the Netherite for the darkness. Thinking maybe I can swap out those covers and we can kind of see what it looks like. I may have to make a custom cover now that I'm thinking about it. I think the resolution of these are, yeah, I think it's like doubled because I really wanted these to like look good. And anything more realistic look kind of weird when you're looking at everything else. All right, let's do it. Let's pull up the grimoires. My God, look at all this stuff. We're just gonna close all tabs. And if I'm sniffling, sorry about that in advance. I probably have some kind of sickness creeping in. I was able to get away yesterday without too much sniffling, but can't promise anything today. So what I want is the cover here. Let's take a look at that texture. If it is a 32 by 32 texture, I did good. If not, then I got to make some new textures. Let's go to items, grimoire, cover generic. So texture, items, grimoire. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Cover generic. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna save and quit. I'm going to shut down the game, and then we're gonna create some new folders here. Because for grimoire, right, if I have 3 different types, this will be, of course, neutral. And another folder, this will be light. And another folder, this will be dark. Let's look at the cover generic. I'm gonna go ahead and just work on the neutral books first. Come on. Damn it, it is a 64 by 64. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. So it's going to be broken down by neutral, light, and dark? Yeah, that's how everything is. So I'm getting rid of the old, like, invocation, conjuration. There was too much, like, having 4 things. It was too annoying to come up with, you know, like, the cookie cutter builds, because it's like, well, this move could be conjuration, but it could be invocation. If it's a buff, right, it could be alteration. You know, it was too on the nose. It was adding more complexity. So I'm like, you know what? Focus on the essence system. Because that was the problem with the old mod, right? I had an awesome start of like an essence system and how you collect it. But then it didn't really amount to anything. It was just like, yeah, it's good for early game, but then you set an array of these things up. You know, put a bunch of dark ones on like a, you know, in a cave somewhere and just harvest essence, and it didn't really matter. Now I'm trying to add more things. So now when you discover a certain type of spell, you'll have to use that kind of light essence or whatever. So if this is going to be cover generic, I probably want to just put in like cover neutral. Because it's not necessarily generic. Let's go back to my blocks. Resources. And Zeganite. So this is my Zeganite rock. I think I'm going to probably polish all of this out, but for now, I want it to not be a... You know, it actually could be a repeating texture. Because I'm only using like a portion of this anyways. We'll see what this looks like. I think it may be too much texture though. We're gonna do a quick preview. I'm gonna save that. We are going to go back to the grimoire. So grimoire, it's going to be... Did I really want to make 3 folders? I think all this stuff could probably just fit in 1 folder. I may be overthinking the division of these, because if I'm already doing like cover neutral, then why not just go into like grimoire? I probably should. I'm gonna rename all of these as well, so it breaks all of them. Because I don't want to bring over like resources and textures and stuff that I'm not using right now, and it can be really easy to like, you know, forget to get rid of something. What the hell do I have? See, like this right here, knowledge fragment. That was an idea that I had, like, that would have worked with grimoires, but I ended up getting rid of that. Right, but that texture's in there taking up space. All right, let's get rid of that, and that. I'm going to keep inner pages. I probably will dye it, probably a slightly different color. But for now, inner pages works. And then I can just bring this in here. I can get rid of these 3. So basically, to retexture this, instead of generic, for this one, it's going to be neutral. Let's just see what it looks like. I think, again, it's going to be too busy. I may have to deal with it. Smooth it out. Boop. All right, let's go in. So again, a lot of the grimoires are going to be broken. I'm just looking for the cover to see what it looks like. Spell magic test. Yeah, I had a feeling it would be too busy. And indeed it is. Let's pull up the texture. I'm going to select everything. Effects, distort, frosted glass. I still want to have some kind of textures in there. Let's try that. Oh, okay, I changed the directory. So let's reopen this back up. Boop. Means I can close this one out. Don't save. All right, so that's what it looks like now. I mean, it makes a good stone look, right? If I was building with it. All right, I do think that is better. Maybe it could be just a little darker. Maybe. Yeah, you know what? All right, we're gonna make the other textures here. So I'm just gonna save and quit. We're gonna make the light and the dark. I'm gonna do a similar thing. I want to look at all 3 books, and then we will figure out if it's gonna be lighter, darker, because I don't want it to blend in with the rock that it is, you know. So light, copy paste, and we'll make this dark. So I'm going to do a similar thing. We'll open these up. We're going to go back up to resources. And we're going to pull up netherite rock. And we're going to pull up astrolith rock. I think the astrolith will be pretty good by itself. You know what? It's not going to be. It still has a lot of that detail. Maybe netherite will be good. I'll hit them both with the same kind of blur. So we'll select it all. Effects, distort, frosted ripple, done. Select all, effects, distort, frosted. There we go. Save each one. All right, and basically I come down here, so Fireball was light, and I had Aeroblast on there, and that was dark. All right, let's rebuild, load up the world, and hop back in. Why is my phone buzzing? Rain possible this afternoon. Woof. Oh, another one. 40% scattered thunder, scattered showers. Oh boy. Better watch out. Okay, that looks good. Maybe. And again, maybe. Dude, what do I have for tiers 1, 2, and 3? What are those colors? I don't think this is going to work out. Let me take a look at my ciphers, right? So that's a tier 1, so it's got the purple. All right, so I guess that's good. I guess I need to come up with new colors for the bindings here. Maybe. The song will never get old, right? I feel the same way. I think I need to go darker on these bindings, by like maybe a good 50%. And then I think, because I could do like, maybe a green, a yellow, and a red color for tiers like 1, 2, and 3. We'll have to see, but let's pull up each one of these textures here. Cover neutral, cover light, cover dark. Neutral's the only other one. There we go. I'm like, wait, one of these I don't have open. All right. So I'm going to just go into here, curves. I don't know how this is going to look, especially in this one, because it may be too dark. And it may not be dark enough here. I may have to dynamically shift, like, the darkness a little bit. Did I frost this one? I did. Wow, that's really busy still. All right, so let's save and check these out here. All right, so the old kind of light, except for, I mean, the darkness one looks kind of good, I think. But I also don't want it to blend in with the exact stone that it is, right? It's got to look a little different. Okay, I actually do like that. The bindings pop pretty well now. That looks pretty good, too. You know what? Even this looks pretty good. You know what? I like it. I like it. I have to randomize the texture a little bit here. But I can randomize the texture on this binding pretty easily. Okay, so these lines here. Oh boy. So what do I want to do? You know what? Maybe instead of I could pick a color that's good with all of them. Maybe tiers shouldn't be separated by color. Maybe I could just change the binding of it. Although I don't have a lot of room to do that. I don't know. I mean, I could, like, add to it. I could subtract from it. Maybe it would be easier just to have colors, but then I gotta find 3 colors that fits well with each book. You know, each color here. That's kinda... This is probably gonna be the most annoying one to do. Bernardo, hey! Song will never get old, that's what she said. Is that what she said? I think this is coming out pretty good, I think. It's a good start. Let's look at... Why not make the bindings be the actual element and make it darker as it gets stronger? Well, the thing is, it's not every spell has an element. Things like what you're seeing here, yeah, each one of these has an element, but it's like, what do you do with, like one of the buff spells, right? Fertilize. You know, that would have been one of the old, enchantment spells. You know, what about, like, Befriend Animal? You know, it's like, I can't really tie it to, like, an elemental color. Because not everything has, like, a specific element it channels through. And that's kind of the problem, right? It's like... Basically, I want to differentiate. I want you to look at a book, and I want you to see that's a neutral book, or that's a dark book, right? From Dark Essence. And it has, you know, and then you look at the binding of it, and it's like, that's a tier 1 spell. That's a tier 2 spell, right? Wow, you got a tier 3 spell in there. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm thinking I could make this thinner to give me a little more room, and then maybe tier 1 is just this binding, right? This style. Tier 2, maybe I can put some lines in here, right, along the sides or something. Tier 3, I can kind of go on top and make a bunch of mini spikes and stuff, right? That way maybe the book just looks more ornate. And then with the binding color, I can come up with a contrasting color for, like, darkness. You know what I mean? So it could be like a static color set. But then the book just looks more appealing, right? It looks like the cover's more intricate. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. You know what day it is today, right, Vice? Well, today is the last day that I'm gonna, you know, that you gotta wait, right? For me to make your God mode staff. Assumably nature for both of those, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's the thing, right? So it's like, now I have to put, you know, like, classify all of these spells, right? So fertilize, I guess it could be nature. It could also be fire, right? Because you could use ash to make a fertilizer, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, well, what is it really? You could technically scorch things with lightning, right? So befriend animal, what do you do there? You know, it's like, is that nature too? I guess so. You know, it's like all of a sudden you're stacking up a bunch of nature spells, and then I know I'm gonna have those people out there that are like, well, technically it could be this way too. I get that a lot. You know, it's like the duplicate spell. It's like, well, what would that be? Because it's not technically nature, because I'm not saying it's life. I'm saying it's like plant-based, right? Mother Nature. So duplication, what is that? Like maybe arcane? Blink would probably be arcane. Riftwalker would probably be... You know, it's like there's not really a lot of variation. But if I could, you know, if I could just go and maybe making the book look more ornate is the way to go. Maybe. Have like a thin border, you know, for like the tier 1 spells. I just want you to look at each one and be like, yeah, that's you know, that's a book, right? That's a grimoire of dark, like, that comes from darkness, right? So white doesn't exactly contrast too well with it, but maybe like a red border, or you know what I mean, like something else like that would work maybe a little better. Maybe for this, maybe it could be like yellow in there. For this, I have no idea. No idea. Green? I don't know. That's not what she said. Can't you put like a Roman number like 1, 2, and 3, like an encyclopedia volume for the tiers? I could. It would be another overlay on this, on the image. So this is the generic spell icon that I use like everywhere, right? When you pull up one of the advanced staves, it's the icon in the corner. And then it gets kind of small here, right? So like a 1, 2, and 3. I mean, would that be a better option then? I don't know. I still like the idea of messing with the border here, right? Like tier 1, it looks like a regular book except for like that little binding, right? You know, nice, thin, compact. And then your tier 2 would start to have some kind of like intricate kind of pattern going on. Right, so you look at it and it's like, oh, that's a more powerful looking book. And then tier 3 just has like all this like cool stuff like all over, you know? You look at that book and you're like, yeah, that's like a master crafted book. Like on the bottom white bar. Oh, you mean put a number, like a tier volume there? I would also, another weird thing is I would actually have to do this kind of upside down a little bit. So the icon here, like it's actually like needs to be like mirrored the other way. Like items get mirrored a really weird way. You don't notice it most of the time, but when you actually try and put like a static image on it, like all of these are actually, because if you look at the spell scrolls for the angle of the projectiles, see like in my hand, see it should be going like the other way, so it's like it's flopped. So I would have to come up with like something in reverse to like put on here. I guess technically, unless I do Roman numeral 1, 2, and 3, then that's not a problem, I guess. But I don't want to put it, I don't want it to be like tiny too, right? It should probably be with the icon, kind of like go over the icon a little bit. Because the other part of this, too, is you're going to probably stack these books, you know? So I would want, like, something on the spine to let you know. Like, because you'll really be seeing, like, this in your sanctum. Right? So I'm going to have to get creative with, like, what does this part look like on a tier 1, 2, and 3 book? Like, how can you look at it and be like, yeah, that's, Or, I mean, doesn't matter, right? Because you still hover over and it says, like, you know, Fireball 1. kind of made that black border a little thick. I could probably trim that up a little bit. Can't even really see it here. This one's too dark. Or what I could do is I could have the same, I could come up with a generic like book cover, and maybe the bindings could be like the color of whatever attribute it is. Huh? Maybe I could do something like that. I kind of like that idea. I actually like that idea a lot. I can come up with a color that would look good with all of these. Honestly, you know what? I hate to say it, but that like that original gray, that could maybe that's the way. I could do let's save and quit so I don't lose any of the books I just placed. How do you call the part of the book that's not front or back? The part where the glue is the binding, you mean?
He doesn't shout.
Oh, he doesn't want... Okay. All right, everyone. I will be right back. Gotta go get the little one. All right, I am back. So I got some coffee drink. Oh, man. I'm trying to find some kind of coffee adult drink to... Oh, I do not like that. Let's go back to soda. We gotta try and grow up a little bit, right? Everyone drinks coffee. Oh, God. Tastes like ass. Oof. Horrible. Water. Drink water. I need something to keep me awake. I'm feeling sick, like tired. My child gets me up like throughout the night still. It's killing me, man. Killing me. I'm running off of soda right now. Actually, it's not technically, oh, it's soda, but I do the zero sugar stuff. So who knows, it could be giving me a stroke. I don't know. But 0 calories makes it a little more guilt-free. Welcome back, just water, man. Yeah. I've been drinking a lot of water. I don't want to drink too much, though, while I'm streaming, because then I'm going to have to, like, pee all the time. Be right back, guys, again, every 15 minutes. All right, let's look at the generic cover. What was this? I wonder if I should just get, like, leather. Kind of like a leather look, maybe? I mean, how do I want you to make these grimoires? Should I have you, like, actually process the leather? Kind of use some of the game mechanics? Let's take a look at the textures. Oh, man, my breath. I got, like, coffee breath and I took a sip. Horrible. I don't think coffee drinkers know coffee breath is pretty rank. Like, if you don't like coffee, it is like, it's like low tide. It's bad. Now I am amongst those ranks. Great. Block. All right, let's take a look here. Christmas. Look at you, Vintage Story. You popping some stuff in here. All right. I'm watching you. Let's go to leather. I mean, I could just like piggyback off of one of these, right? Plain leather. Maybe I could do plain leather and make it like darker. Whoa. This is not working at all. There we go. You know, I don't like it. I don't think that color's gonna go well with the other colors. If I just make this black and white... Inject maybe a little color in there? Kind of maybe that rusty kind of feel. Let's do like a distort on it. I don't know, screw it, let's try it. Maybe it'll look good. Maybe. Copy paste. I'm just gonna make a new cover. Generic. Copy, paste, save. Don't save, don't save. So then let's do generic. Paste that in, paste that in. So light, this will be dark. Ah, shoot. Wanted to paste it in here. So this should be dark. This should be neutral. And this should fix it. All right, let's give it a try. Build. And play the game. Oh, just staring at that coffee now. Oh. What almost gave me a stroke was that shirt flapping. What shirt flapping? I hate this. I hate that color. What did I do? Let's undo that. Let's just undo that. Oh, the shirt on my chair. Ha! When you were gone. It was like a flag. What do you mean? Let's see. Yeah, let's just go back to the texture. What if I just make it black and white? We'll go back to the black and white. And that's gonna be too light. Let's tone it down. Not that much, jeez. Oh my god, am I making around the same color that the grimoires were originally? I think I am. Aren't you words alive? Well, I mean, my chair has live streamed before on this channel, right? I hate it still. Look, I hate this. I think it needs to be darker. Maybe like a dark themed kind of a black book feel. It's what I want to go for. It would make all the other colors pop more. And then I can lighten up the other three colors and we can see what it looks like again. Right? So I could have like a darker binding. You know what? Let's go a little further with that darkness. Almost a black book. Let's see what that looks like. And at the same time, let's lighten up these colors back again. Boop. This is not on random, huh? It is not. There, now it is. Still has its textures. Alright. The binding's definitely all pop. Even this one pops pretty well. Kinda means I could get rid of the black border around the icon. Because I have a black border around this one too, so it would give me a little back. The icons pop really well. I kind of like it. Undecided yet if the shirt was begging for help or waving. It was waving. Come on. It feels privileged that I sit in it. That I lean back on it. This chair. Don't you start a movement, Bernardo. We're not gonna hashtag free shirt. Look at that. It's hugging me right now. It's like, oh, you're back. I missed you. Maybe warmer, but I don't know about safer creature. Hey, hey. This shirt loves it. I think this is a good start for the Grimoire. It's a good start. I want to make the band thinner. I should have 3 different models of this book. I need a tier 1, 2, and 3. I definitely think that way now. It's gotta have a tier 1, 2, and 3. Definitely. And I probably want to put more into the binding here instead of like the covers. More detail. I could probably make the binding glow a little too. Yeah, because it doesn't glow right now. I could see what it looks like when the bindings glow. Let's do that. Free shirt. This shirt has it so good. You don't even know. Where is it? Where is it? Model creator. Make the bindings glow more at high tiers, more intricate then? Yeah, that's kind of what the thought was. We're gonna pull up the model and see what we could do with it here. You know what? I do have a better model. Let me navigate to it. Unused files, shapes. That's right. I did have a better version of the book. Ho ho ho! All right. I already came up with some stuff. All right. Let's skip to the next song. Let's skip to the next song. I totally forgot I did this one. Totally forgot. Actually, what you're looking at here, I do remember now. This was so how I was mentioning before, how like I wanted you to be able to pick a staff, a wand, a combat spell book, or an orb, right, for like your casting tool. I think this was the combat spell book right here. I think that's what this book was. If we do file open, because I had like different tiers of things. So let's bring that back in. Shapes, items, spells. All right, so instead of the classic grimoire, I gotta shut down the game. I'll probably have to retexture things, but I'll be all right. So I'll do like grimoire tier 1. I'm going to retire this one. This is the original grimoire. We are going to find the shape. File, edit, select all, copy. Paste. Undo the weird formatting. Save. All right, let's see what this new spellbook even looks like. Dash tier 1. All right, let's start the game. You know, before we do, because I'm getting tired of like stopping and starting this, we're just gonna go ahead and make the tier 2 and tier 3 version here. There we go. It's perfect. All right. Yeah, this is good. Oh, God, I keep looking at that coffee. Ugh. I guess it's a good thing I'm not a coffee drinker. Yeah, there's a lot here that it's upset with. I got a cover front, cover back. There's symbols in here, mana stone textures. I have bolts, gold inlays. This is gonna take a while. It has like none of the right texture mappings. Front decal, side decal. Damn. All of these things. Ooh. I'm gonna have to start fixing some of this stuff. It's brutal because it's gonna do this for every grimoire, so it just takes longer for it to come up. It's still going. The more intricate it is, the more mappings it has, the longer it takes with this kind of stuff. Next, you're gonna tell us you're a cig smoker. I'll start free Freya movement. Nah, that is something I would never do. I think, you know, it's fine if other people want to do it, just stay away from me with it. Yeah, I'm just not a coffee drinker, I don't think. There was this one thing I got before at the coffee shop, but it was like a chai tea, pretty much. Ugh. Hydrate, can do. This is still going. There we go. Oh my god. See, I have like a glow in the binding. Yeah, I think this should be like the tier 3 grimoire. Although, I do have to make the books a little thinner, maybe. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe not, because they do kind of piece together well. Alright, so let's start mapping this stuff. Ugh. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Pain in the butt! Alright, let's start looking at all the errors here. These were all the errors for the mapping of that. All of that. Which is fine. Let's, oh, you know what? I may actually have some of the textures in here already. Let's go into Model Creator. And I think it was under Textures. No, it wasn't. Oh, look at that! My Poem license plate for my ViesCraft machines. Oh, I remember those times. God damn. I really thought I had all the textures archived here. I guess not. I have it for the ciphers. I have stuff for the magic stations. I guess shapes. Nope. And the library. Nope. I guess I don't have them, so I'm gonna have to do some remapping. Alright, so let's kind of scroll. The first thing is going to be Mana Stone. Or you know what, we could do Bolt. Let's do Bolt. Grimoire. Oh, Jesus. This is gonna be a pain, huh? We'll focus on Rust Orb first. So this was Bolt. I'm not sure what the texture was before. So I'm gonna start using some of the in-game textures a little bit. Right, so we got assets, survival, textures, block. Let's look at metal. Let's look at sheets. No, let's look at plates. Let's use lead. Let's use lead. So it's going to be game. Block. Metal. Plate. Lead. So that's going to be the bolt. Mana stone. Ah, man, which was mana stone? You know, I'm not really sure for now. Let's just make it easy. I'll just make this copper. I just want to see textures on this. All right, what else you got here? Mana stone. Okay, we have cover back and cover front. I think what I could do is paste, right? I could say cover back, cover front. Then I have the decal for the front and the back, which I could do a copy and paste here. Paste. Just cover back decal. All right, what else? Gold. This will be pretty easy because I can just paste this in. We can type in gold. There we go. This was gold. All right. What else here? Oh, there's just so much. Cover front decal shaded. Ooh. If I had to guess, that would be like the color black here. So it would be like that. And if there is a front, there is a back shaded as well. There's back. We got more mana stones, more bolts, mana stone. Front cover spine. We have the spine. So spine decal. Whoops. Spine decal. Yeah, I remember I went to town on this cover. It was like one of those nights where I had like The Office playing or like some show, and I just like focused in, and before I knew it, a couple hours had passed and I had a really awesome looking grimoire. Cover back, cover front. All right, so a lot of this stuff is now repeating. I know I'm probably missing a couple things. I'm looking for like spine. I'm not sure if I had a just regular spine or not. I'm seeing spine decal. Yeah, I'm not really seeing like I would expect like cover spine or just like spine. You know what? For now, I think that's good. We are going to save, fireball that in. Shoot. Totally forgot to put all this stuff in here, so... Oh, that's all I needed. Cool. Alright, we're gonna fireball it in and do a reload. We'll see what it looks like now. At least we'll start seeing some of the textures, like obviously, like wherever copper is, I can like mix and match things. It should look a lot better. And look at it go! It's still upset with Mana Stone? It's upset with gold. Oh, it's gonna be upset with that for all the other spells. I only fixed it for Rust Orb 1. Ah. So this is gonna take a while. Yep, it's going through Flash Heal 1. Yep, it's going through all my grimoires. Way to go! Hundreds of lines of errors. Delicious. Wonder how long I should live stream for. Oh, here we oh no, it's going back through here. Fireball 1, Aqua Burst 1, Aeroblast 1, Stone Fist 1. Oh my god. Maybe I should think about disabling all the grimoires except for the one I'm working on until I get the mappings right. Because this is gonna be a pain having to like go back through this. Because I can't even get decent information from this. And maybe I'll do that. I will disable all the grimoires except for Rust Orb. Maybe I'll just work on Rust Orb first. Yeah, see, I kind of messed up that binding there. Which makes sense. I remember that was a zigzag kind of pattern. But see, like, I had, like, the gold on the outside, and then, like, this binding kind of stapled to it. I do like it with the black. It really makes it pop pretty well. So if I replace that with, well, with Rust Orb, right? That should be the neutral color. Let's see what it looks, because it looks like this is actually lit up too. Yeah. So the spine lights up, the icon lights up in the dark, and then I actually made it to where the bolts holding it on had very little light, enough to where, like, you could kind of see it. So I do have to make a modification to this. I like the idea of, like, the old book where, like, you have the spell icon on the spine itself. So I will bring that over, and I will nestle it into here. I mean, other than that, I'm kind of liking the look of the tier 3 grimoire, huh? That's what I was talking about. That's what I was afraid what would happen here. Because the book is a little bigger than the space it needs to fit in. So either I trim the book size down a little bit for the grimoire. That way it, like, fits in there kind of snug. Or I can offset one side by just a tiny bit, and then offset the other side by, like, 0.01 in each direction. That way it won't, like, flash like this, but then it will look like it invades the one side, so maybe not. Maybe the solution is thinning it all. By a considerable amount, actually. Yeah, maybe that is, maybe that's what I gotta do. Just gotta thin it a little bit. Do a little more remodeling. So if I take out, like, 2 Rust Orbs side by side here. You know what? It actually, you can't really tell, like, with the Z fighting with this, like, solid color. Actually, you know, maybe I don't have to do anything. I could live with that. You gotta do something about that line. Alright. Let's kind of disable most of these grimoires. Oh, hell, I don't have to do that. I know how I could do this easily. I don't have to disable any of the grimoires. I will just do this. I'll comment out all the other things, and then I'll turn the top one into a wild card to get everything. We're on to tier 2 spells now. I wish there was an easier way to clip down. Like, can I hold control? No, it messed it all up. Sugar snaps. Oh, wait, no, it didn't. Perfect. All right, so I got all that. Ba-dum-bum-bum. All right, I'll just do it. I'm already into tier 2 spells anyways. Almost done with them. All right, on to the tier 3 spells. Every once in a while, like, it starts to lag out a little bit, so I'll just start fresh. All right, we're on to the fly spell. Riftwalker, summon portal. Here we go. Oh, look at that. I already have a wild card to catch any of the errant stuff. Easy. So I could copy all of this. I could comment out Rust Orb. Go all the way down here, and I'll just paste them in here. There we go. Fireball. Reload. Waiting to see those errors. Ha! Nice and quick. Alright, so again, I need to remap the spine. What's with the white in there, though? It looks like there's something that's not quite mapped. What is that? I have no idea. Oh, duh. It is mapped. That's the border for the icon itself. That's why that line's there. That's why it's on. It's the border. Oh, jeez, man. Okay, so instead, let's change the spine decal. For now, let's make it the generic. See what that looks like. Should look a lot better. Boop. I love how I'm getting bots in here. Best views. What idiot's clicking on that? Right? You show me these people. Present the statistics that this is working for you. So it is looking better. Let's change out this texture. Right, so let's get rid of the copper. And let's put the... Gotta scroll to the top. Like this, right? For the rarity. Give this a try. So this is what the neutral book would be like. Alright, so I gotta change the texture to randomize it. I'm gonna have to put the icon back on the spine. I think I gotta reduce the glow a little bit. It's kind of washing it out. But I didn't mean to cast a spell. I just wanted to take the book. I think I could put these on a shelf. Maybe that will be better. Damn it! What? Why did I do that? Alright, let's go back over here. I'm just... build it up a little bit. Let's put a shelf down. Like another shelf down. You know what? No, let's not do that. Wow, that's so helpful. So I like that. I like the gold. I like how it looks like it's bolted down. I think maybe the bolts need to be a different color. Overall, I actually like that a lot. I'm gonna have to do something unique for the spine. Yeah, see, it's not bright on that side, but it's like really bright on this side. More silver on the bolts? Yeah, I could actually come up with bolts that go with each color pattern, right? So I could have this one for like Rust Orb, and you know what? We should probably... Let me bring in the other spells here. So we got Rust Orb. Let's bring back Fireball. And Aeroblast. Copy, paste, and paste. Alright, so instead of neutral, this would be dark. This would be light. Let's just see what it looks like. Seeing, like, the variation. And I also have to see what they look like with, you know, like, together, like, squished together. Am I going to see that Z fighting? Do I need to think about, like, shifting it a little bit? Do I need to think about thinning the book just a little bit? Yeah, so we do get the Z fighting. So I probably should thin these books out a little bit, which isn't a big deal. I can do that. See, I think the darker bolts would work on the light, and I'm pretty sure the other way. Yeah, lighter bolts, like silver bolts, would work here, so let's do that. So, Aeroblast instead of lead, let's put in, like, silver, and you know what? For the light, lead is fine. For the neutral... why not something like steel? We'll see what that looks like. Reload. Yeah, that makes sense. Big brain! I think no matter what I do, I'm gonna have to thin these books out a bit. We're just going to be shifting some of the stuff. Like, it's not that bad. It's just going to take some concentration. Alright, so we got the silver bolts here. I think it looks alright. We have the steel bolts here. You know what? Maybe this should be the brighter one. And then the silver or the steel could go here. Because that's quite a contrast between those. I still think this looks good, having that. I want to see what it looks like swapped. So that would be silver. And this would be steel. Yeah, do you just delete a slice directly in the middle? I don't even, there's no really slices in the middle. It's all like one like shape for the binding. So I would trim it back, and you have to keep count how many like the decimal point you're subtracting it. I'll probably do like 6. I'll thin it by 6, 0.6 I should say. And then shift the book cover itself 0.6 to come up to it, and then I gotta move the whole thing 0.3 so it's center again, and then see if that works. I do like the brighter here. I think it works better for the neutral. And you know what? I mean, steel doesn't look bad here. I may end up tweaking it, but for now, for visuals, quick visuals, that's pretty good. Math and stuff, yeah. I mean, if you want to see like how I do it, I'll probably just do it right now. So instead of like navigating through, you know, like all this stuff and like finding rustbound magic and blah blah blah, what I could do is I know where it is here, and shapes, spells, grimoire. I could just open the path, right, and then just do like a copy, paste, enter. There we go. Grimoire tier 3. So now I got Grimoire tier 3. Alright, so what I need to do is everything that has to do with the brace. So the back end is this. It's only going to be certain parts of the back end. Oh, I forgot I had other decal covers and stuff too. That's probably messing things up as well. I'm gonna have to clean this up a little bit. Is there any other hidden stuff? No, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. See, this would be like the regular. I remember I did the stacking on it here. And then that's like the extra binding. All right, so first things first, let's look at this part here, which is the back end. So what I'm going to have to do is subtract from the voxel size in this direction. I said I wanted, I think I wanted 6, right? Or should I go with 8? 8 may be too much. That may be too aggressive. Maybe 6? I mean, if I'm looking at it like this, it's pretty much like 2 grid sizes. Looks like it could be pretty much the overlap there. That also need to trim this down a little too. Same amount. All right, I think I'm gonna start with 6, and we will see. So let's pull up the calculator because I'm not gonna mess anything up here. So I'll move that over because I don't have the space. So 1.5. So really, we're looking at. Oh no, is it messing up? I can't. Okay, there on 0.9. And then we got the back end here, 0.9. That's the decal for this, 1.92 minus 6. That would be 3.2. Which also means this needs to get trimmed back a little too. 1.1. It'll be 0.5. Oh god, I hate when it does that. Just 0.5. Now this would have to be pushed back for the position, right? We got to push that back. I got to push these covers back the same amount. Whoops, let's undo that. So 1.08 and 0.6. 0.48. 1.07. I think I could do this the same. 0.47 for that one. Although, you know what? Might as well make it the same. Right there. That may have been a little off, just because. Now I gotta make the binding itself a little less thick. So for that, I'm just gonna probably bump it down to 2. Yeah, that should be good. With this would become 3. This would have to get bumped back a little bit more. I'm just going to start eyeballing the math, which means this needs to go up a little bit more because it's the binding. So since it's a negative, I would have to subtract. So we would do that. I got to do the bottom as well. That would be that. And then this, I need to add. I don't have to add anything. I got to bring this back. The position would be, what, 2, so it would be 7.8. The thickness has to be reduced. The thickness of this also has to be reduced to 3. Thickness of this will be 3 as well. I gotta reduce this thickness to 3. 3. And 3. Okay, let's go back to... Actually, I subtracted too much from this. So we would want to push this back out to... Subtracted 1.6 here. So let's add 7.8 plus 0.3. So let's try and do an 8.1 here. You know what? Let's not do 8.1. Let's give it a little bit more. Let's double it, so that would probably be an 8.4. No, it would have to be the difference between them. 8.2 would be that one. Which means that I was a little too hefty with this. Let's give it back some of what I took away. So that should be 9. Let's bring this back over so it aligns. So if it's 48, if I'm adding enough, that would be not 88. Yeah, that would be 88. This right here would be the same thing. We'll do 88. Yeah, the math part of this kind of sucks, but it's not too bad. A spell tome, yep. We're actually thinning this one out because it's a little too big, so it overlaps. So we're kind of scrunching her down a little bit. Now these are just grimoires, right? So they don't need to be super thick. They're magic. You can get away with a lot when you call it magic. This I have to put back as well, right? Because that was just the cover. This needs to go back. We're going to go in the negatives here, so it's going to be a negative 2.9, I believe, is what I want. Got to get really close. Nope, it was close. 1.9 would be too aggressive, right? No, you know what? It was 1.9. That's it right there. Perfect. Girthy boys, right? It's all that knowledge. All right, so that's the book itself. Let's go into this, right? We got to adjust all of this now. So this won't be too bad, right? I subtract the solid amount from each here. Let's do... Actually, this should be 6, so if I zero that out, this would be 2. Same thing here. This would be 2. This would be 0. And I think the rest of this... I think this whole thing needs to be, like, put over a little bit more. I may have to reorganize this so it all stacks easily. Let's make a new shape for movement. I'm going to call it underscore right cover extras. It's going to be an empty shape. And I'm going to start putting stuff into it here. So like that can hop over here. So this can go into here. That will go into there. What is that? That's the bottom part. That can go into there. There we go. So now I can shift this entire thing over. Let's do a 0 or a negative 0.4. No, it's a 6. Okay, so that side is good. Now I just got to account for this other side here. That's right, because all of these would have to get trimmed back now. Or, let's undo what I did. Let's get these bolts out. So this whole thing can come out. Put that right back in there. What about the bottom bolts? Yep, so these are the braces and bolts. So I'll pop those out. We can go back in here, negative 0.6. Now I can manually shift this up. Right, so it goes like that. What is the let's undo that again. I'm gonna subdivide these bolts out a little bit more. So that's the brace covers. That's that. That's that. Where does this live? Oh, I put them underneath. Oh, okay. So what I want to look at is, I believe it's this part here. And that's the other part. So this can come out. I'll put it like right there. Okay, I think that's the only thing that was screwing me up here. 0.6, let's do a negative 0.6. Put that back together. Top brace. I gotta subdivide these out a little bit more, I think. So this has to come out. I think all the bolts have to come out. The rest of it's fine. Okay, now I can shift these, so subtract that. This should have come out as well. So I'll move that out. We will add to that one, so I'll do 7 there. There we go. I'm gonna have to do a similar thing here. Bring this out. We're gonna add 7, or add 6 to that to make it 7. It's gonna be a similar thing here. I might as well just do this, fix it here. You know, I probably could just, yeah, I could keep them stacked. I could just get rid of it like that. Now these need to get trimmed. Let's pull up the calculator again. 2.3 minus 0.6. So this should probably be 1.7. Oh my god, I hate when I can't type anything in. 1.7. I think all these bolts are going to be the same. Yeah, 1.7. 1.7. 1.7. This makes me want to try to make World of Warcraft stuff for VS. You totally should. You play World of Warcraft? I got the collector's edition sitting over there. I'm gonna be going hard into it. New expansion looks good. Although I can't get any of my friends to play. Like everyone's like, I can't go back to WoW. I'm like, why? It's a good game. Come on. You know you want to. Play with your old buddy Vice. Here we go. So the book has been thinned out. Now what I need to do is shift the entire thing over, which is why in everything I always have the origin. So for this position, well, since I did -6, ideally, I just need to bump it over 3 to recenter it. and that's the new size of the book right there. We'll do a file save since we'll remap it here. I'll just do tier 3. All right, so we got the thick chungus. Let's see what it looks like now. Never going back to WoW. See, it's that mentality, right? Never going back. You can't make me. All right, so we got a thinner. Oh, I had a double stamp there. That's got to go tuck in a little more. But is that the size that I want? Was I a little too aggressive with that size? Maybe I was. I think I was a little too aggressive with it. Like, I could thin this out. That's not a big deal, so I could fit the icon there. But I think I want to bump it out just a little bit. Maybe it's too thin. Let's see it on the shelf here. I can fix that Z fighting. That's not a problem. Look at the little icon that I got there. I didn't even know I had that thing hidden. Right over the bolt. Boom. You know what? I think I'm going to leave that there. The spacing of the icon. I think it needs to just be a little thicker. Yeah, I kind of got sucked back into WoW ages ago, but no friends play WoW. Well, like I like to, yeah. If I had the time, I'd so try to rebuild the world of WoW into VS. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, time, right? It's something I'm lacking too. If I had more time, this mod would be, the update would be done. I'd have the Wyverns in already. But I also like having a life. I think this needs to be a little thicker. There's too much gap now. There's too much gap between the books. I don't like it. So let's go back into here. Let's just make this full screen. All right. We are pushing this back out. Ah, Dragony, thank you for the follow. All right, let's do this. This time I'm gonna start with the tier here, because I already have everything separated. This is gonna be a pain in the ass, huh? How thick do I want to make this? How much do I want to push it out? I could probably consolidate some of this stuff too. Like this could go, you know what? This has to stay out. Oh shoot, the old covers are what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the old covers, the old decal covers. Let's delete those. I think those were just tests. Also, not much room to put the spell icon on the spine of the book. You say that just because of the aggressive covering that I have, like right there, right on the sides here. I can get rid of that. Like I can thin that out to put the icon in there. Like there are things I can do. But I think it does need to be just a little thicker. I probably want to reclassify this whole thing, or like redo this whole thing again. All right, screw it. So if I'm giving it a little bit, am I giving it 3? Is that what I'm really doing? Let me give it like 2. Yeah, if I bump it out like that far. All right, let's bump it out that far. Which means all the math changes, right? This would be 1.1. This needs to get bumped out again. Let's pull up the calculator. I was too aggressive. Go .88. plus 2. Yeah, that's what I thought. It would be 1.0, 1.0. There we go. It's going to be the same thing for this down here. 1.0. I have to expand this by a little bit. This becomes a 5. This becomes a 1.1. So that's the base book size, which I still think is pretty good. Now we're going to get all the extra decal stuff. So this bumps out a little. This bumps out a little to 4. This bumps out a little to 7. That's looking good. This I need to trim back. There we go. That would get rid of that Z fighting there. Ah, this needs to get trimmed back actually, so let's make that 5 again. And I need to push it out. I think I gotta push that out 4, which means I gotta subtract another 2 here. Yeah, that's looking better. With this, let's subtract 2. For this, we have to add 2. Oh, shoot. So that voxel size is kind of thin. Let's kind of zoom in and find this piece. I believe it's that right there. Yeah. So these need to get pushed forward a little bit. Too much. Wait, too much. Just by 2. There we go. All right, that's better. I need to push this out. Push this out. There's a little lip right in here. Let's find it. I believe it is... it's not that. I guess I could hide the regular book. This would probably, yeah, that makes it a lot easier to see inside. You know, at this point, I'm like, would it be easier just to kind of go through this, separate stuff out, and then, like, approach this? Because, like, I got little things like this zigzag, but it's that part, which... should be this part, just thinned out a little bit. But it actually sits a little lower, so it should be this. Which I need to find that piece. See, so this is like the little discrepancies with my book. Like, apparently I never duplicated this piece and put it over on this side. Just make sure, so that's the right. That's the support, the bottom. Oh wait, is that it? I think that's it. Ha! So I just gotta push this out by a little bit. There we go. That's the lip I was looking for. And it actually bumped everything else out for me. Sweet. Now I gotta push these bolts out. We have to keep adding the same amounts. Lots of math, yeah. I got a big brain sometimes. Every once in a while. It requires it. There we go, which means that this I had overcompensated for, so I could bring that back to its original value. And let's kind of look over here. So that looks pretty good. These need to get bumped out as well by the same decimal point. There we go. That way they have that depth to them. And then these actually have to get pushed back. So let's pull up the calculator. Minus, I think it's 0.2. So let's try and put in a negative 0. Damn it. 0.85. Nope, so it was an additive thing then. So let's do that. There we go. That's what it is. There we go. So now I have to expand it. Just like that. Okay, I think that would just about do it. Oh, you know what? I need to fix this. So this brace needs to get pushed out by my coefficient, then I gotta prune it back. There we go, because I don't want the texture weirdness with the pages. You know what I could have also done? Let's undo that. I think I need to bring the pages down a little bit. Let's undo these. There we go. Now let's bring the pages down. Let's bring it up to... Let's do like an 8.5 in there. An 8.2. Yeah, let's do an 8.2. And then we need to increase the length here. Oh, whoops. Bump it back. That is looking pretty good. All right. Let's see what this new... Oh, I got to recenter the whole thing now. So with my math, I think it only needs to go just 0.1. Save. All right, let's see. Fireball it in, and that's what it looks like now with the big gap. Reload. Once in a long while. You know what, Bernardo? You're right. And since it's a long while, I think it's also going to be another day before you get your God mode staff. Tack on another day, Bernardo. Okay, so the repeating texture, I can easily fix that. So what I have to fix... Oh, I forgot to bump that part over as well. The rest of the cover looks pretty good. Let's look at the pages. We don't have any of the tearing anymore, the graphical tearing. I think that looks good. You know what? The pages may need to sink a little lower. Just a little bit lower, and I think it'll be fine. All right. Let's go back into the model. Oh, yeah. Duh. These. I gotta push these out. I forgot. So it would be the same decimal point right there. And I wanted to bring these down a little bit. Jeez, a little bit. Little. You know, a little bit more. Let's do like a 7.8. Or 7.5. Let's do 7.5. Nah, let's do like a 7.7. That's pretty good. Because then it's, yeah, it looks like that's about the same as the bottom. All right, file, save. Boop. Back to 2 days. Yeah. You know what? I think you're right, Law. Since my math is so bad. we may add 2 days. All right, so this is the new width. It's not as gapping. You know, I do like it better. Should I bump it out just a little bit more? Or is that... you know what? Actually, if I look at the bolts here, the bolts actually go in the lines. Right? The selection lines. So that is like perfect right there. Look at that line. Pure as the driven snow. All right. Let's randomize the binding here a little bit before I forget again. And we just go to tools and randomize the selected. And I could randomize this one. And you know what? I'll randomize this one too. Tools, selected. File, save. You really should do the spell 3D, the one, the front one at least. What do you mean 3D? Is this chat link friendly? It is not. It is not, because I don't really have anyone to moderate, so I got to do my own moderation, and I got to be quick on the spammers that come in and try and, you know, do their extra views bullcrap. All right, randomizing it did help make it look a little better. It's actually, you know, that's actually not bad. I kind of like it. I don't like the fact that this side is glowing more than this side. Let me take a look at those two glows. All right, what do you got? What do you got? Oh, face. What's the glow? 100. What about you? 100. Oh, east compared to a west side. I think what I need to do... All right, let me try this. So my position origin. .4. I think I want to do that too. No, you know, yeah, that's what I want to do. But then I have that offset, so it should really be like 1.9. So that should get me just about middle there. If I do a 2.0, no, it would have to be a 3, so it should be a 4.5. No, because that would put it at the top. So I would have to do in between these two, which I think is a 3. And then a similar thing here, but it is a little offset. Let's go ahead and at least line it up. And now I need to get the difference between these. Ah, man, which would be... Let's pull up the calculator. Minus 0.8. So if I add 1.1, this would be a 1.9. Oh, shit, wrong place. 1.9. 1.9 plus... 0. What is it? Plus 0.8. No way. It's not 3. Yeah, okay, my math is wrong. So I'll just get it close. That looks good. Now we're gonna rotate it. Boop. That's all I needed to do right there. Let me make sure that the icon will still show through. Nope. Let's do positive. There we go. That should show through. Save. Well, then search Wikipedia for book binding. 5th image on top. Click on it, and you will see what I mean. All right. Here, give me a second. Up. Oh, I never mapped that side. Ah, geez. Let's go back into here. So this, let's go into the face. So it's not west anymore. It is now east. Enable. Let's get rid of west. Disable. Save. And let's preserve the glow. Okay, the glow is preserved. Good. That should do it. All right, so go to Wikipedia. For bookbinding. Bookbinding. Fifth image down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's what you mean? Something like literal 3D? I can't do that for the spell icons. They're all 2D textures. Hey, I got rid of the annoying glow, the hyper crazy glow that it had. All right, there we go. Oh, I gotta rotate it a little bit. Oh, I gotta flip the image. That's right. I have to account for that. So let's go back into here. Fertilize, look sideways. Yeah, I gotta pop it 90 degrees, I believe. Yeah. You know what? Actually, it is 90 degrees. I think I need to zero it out. There's gonna be some weird cheeky thing I gotta do with like rotation. It's almost lunchtime. Cool. Nope. So that wasn't it. Let's go back in. That should have done it. East. Oh, I was still messing with the west. So I'll put that back. We'll go to east. Okay, so if that's 270, it's one way or another. I don't remember which way. We'll try this. Bummer. Must redo the images into 3D. Yeah, right. Oh, I went the wrong way. So we were close. It was 50-50 chance being right or wrong. So let's bring it back to 0. Save. Because it's weird the way the texturing is on these kind of things. Like you have to manipulate. Like you don't really notice it when you're just using regular textures, but it's kind of weird. And the way you hold it's like an inverse. There we go. There we go. So see, it's the same thing on each side, so you gotta like flip it the right way. There we go. That looks better. All right, let's thin out this spine a little bit here, so I can make room to put the icon of the spell. Redo them in 3. I keep rereading that. Must redo the images into 3D. Like, nah. I think I'd rather shove bamboo up my fingernails than do that. Right? Oh man. So if I just subtract 1, I think that'd give me a pretty good border. I gotta be careful doing this one, so I subtract the 1, but then I have to shift the whole thing over 1, and then I have to shift this back 1. Just like that. Save. Posture check. All right. Uno momento. There we go. So that should thin out the inner a little bit. There we go. Posture. Back is straight. Yes, I do slouch a lot. Slouch. Oh, and I gotta redo the texture as well because it's just scrunching that texture. But that gives me a lot more of the spine to work with. And let's see what part glows. Well, look at that, huh? So I got to make this side glow, which would make sense. I don't think I have the glow accounted for. I'm gonna have to make these tips glow. All right, let's do that. Facing, this would be the west facing. Let's add 100 glow. 100. 100. 100. This image, west facing glow 100. File, save. Fireball, reload. That means the spine, I want that icon to glow as well. Too bad I can't make them emit light. As long as you stream the bamboo thing, I might be up for it. What bamboo thing? Wait, stream what bamboo thing? I'm lost. I'm lost. Okay, good. So it's still not like vibrantly bright like it was before. But now we got some of the glows. This one's not. Oh, you know what? I think I'm using a different shape for that. No, I'm not. Why is it glowing more on some than others? That's weird. I'm not even doing anything different. It's just like, yeah, these are dull. It's all the same damn shape. All right, whatever. You know what? It glows enough. Oh, the bamboo. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. And get yourself banned from Twitch. Right in the fingernail. The color type affecting the light level. I think that is what it is. I think it's because they're all different textures. They're gonna take the glow differently. No. Oh, it is actually because yeah, it's a different texture. That's why. These need to be silver, but I didn't do anything with fertilize, and it has the old textures. So really, it's these three grimoires that I care about. Because they're the ones... Yeah, so that would be that texture, that's that texture, and that's that one. That's fine. As long as they're all set for the same glow, I'm okay with that. I don't need to dynamically make it brighter. Alright, so let's put this icon right on the spine. On the spine. To do that, I'm going to... Look at this decal. Wait, where is my spine decal? You know what? This one doesn't have a spine decal. It is my other grimoire. That's fine. Duplicate. Let's put it right with right next to pages, right? I'll say cover spine decal. Now we are going to bump this out. I think I want to preserve east and have that be my face. If I do a 1x1, we'll try that first. Yeah, that looks good. East facing would be not that way, it would be this way. It's gonna get stupid for positional movement. There it is. So I just want it to pop just enough. Just gonna zoom in a little here. Shoot, can't do it that way. Oh, I have this backwards. Hey-oh. Wait a minute, do I have this backwards? Am I doing this weird? What face is that? Okay, so it's an east. Oh, that's east is what I wanted to preserve. That's right. Okay, yep, I'm good. I'm good. So let's bump this back a little bit now that I got it swung right. So I need to slowly bump it. Ooh, .9 there, so 6. Now it needs to be one more 7. That should be good there. Not really digging that. I don't like it. Maybe if I do like an 8. There we go. Okay, I'll bump it out just a little bit more so I can center it a little better. You know what? That's pretty darn good there. I could trim this back a little bit. Let's do 3. Nope. Let's keep that at 4. This is what I want to trim. So I'll trim this side for 0.8. Shit, the whole thing moved. Whoops. Hold on. Oh, I think I know why it's doing that. Let's go back up here. Let's create a new object. This will just be a temp container. Do temp. Put the spine in here. Now I can move this container without fear of everything else moving. So let's bump this to 0.01. Let's do a negative. Yeah, so that's going to have to be negative. So I have to push the whole thing back. So I can come in here. 0.8. Let's do a 0.9. And of course it's pushing it that way, so I have to recenter this whole thing to be along this edge. Let's do like half of that. There we go, 0.9. That is pretty even right there. All right, so now I just have to bump the whole thing up. My God, did that center it? Almost. You know what? Now that's too much. That's a little too high. I could, you know what? Instead of trying to put it in the center, I could have the icon a little higher. For 5, no, like a 2. I could have the icon up here, and then I can put like a pattern or something on the bottom. Let's try that. Now I could pull this out of temp, and it should preserve all that stuff because I don't need temp anymore. You know what? I'm gonna undo that. I may move this again, so I'll leave temp. See what it does. It either works or it doesn't. One or the other. Be the best thing you ever did or the worst thing. Let's make it daytime so I can actually see. That's not bad. It does need to get pushed in a tiny bit. Little bit. Other than that, that's pretty good, and that gives me all of this to put like lines and glowing things. I could put runes here too. Maybe I could do something with like the tier. No, I mean the physical look of the book is the tier, right? You know what? It needs to go over the smallest amount so it blends. That's what it is. So if I do like a 9, 2, which means I also have to change this so it's not stretched. Let's try that, and I will push it back just ever so slightly. Let's go back into temp. Think that would do it right there. Just embed it a little bit. So we had that weird line right there. Yeah, number of runes on the spine. Yeah, I can definitely do something interesting with it. I may have like 16 runes to play with in this mod. Okay, see, that's much better. It bumps right up. But you know, the whole thing, it does now need to be shifted that much. That much. I know that's probably a little OCD of me. There we go. Let's give that a try. Man, these new grimoires look good. Thank you, Past Vice, for getting ahead of yourself. Because like I said, these were going to be weapons. Like, you could use these instead of staves. And you'd be able to... I wanted them to, like, open up. And you, like, hold them in your hand. And then when you're doing your spell casting. That's what I wanted. You know what? I would say that looks pretty darn good. Right there. We got it. We got it. What the hell is that? Oh, rabbit. You may want to leave. I could kill you and revive you. It's horrific, I know. But you've been warned. Oh, this is what I was talking about, how it's taking in too much of the brightness. So unfortunately, I think for this I need to do the west face. Which means I gotta reshake all of this stuff here. It's awesome. Totally awesome. Face, let's do the east. Enable! Texas! Thank you for the resubscription. Wow, what a nerd. You know it. You know that's the part you love. The nerd. Oh, Jesus. It was way off. Look at that. That's terrible. Ugh. All right. Let's bump it back out. Actually, if I do a positive... No, it's not going to be enough. Dang, that was like buried in the book. You're 100% right. I really expect that to be how you cast spells initially. It was a little jarring having to put in the sanctum after the book looked cool. Yeah, originally, so in the first iteration of the mod, you had this was the spell book. So it was more like EverQuest. You would learn a spell, and then you would have your spell book, and you would pull from your spell book. You'd have to meditate to open it, and then you would pull all of your learned spells over to your sockets on your staff. You had your whole spell library. That really, you didn't really, like, it wasn't really a good system for this kind of game. Like, we're not wandering hobos in this game. And then I'm like, you know what? I want, like, spells and stuff to have a physical form. This is a Minecraft-style game. So that's where the grimoires are. I repurposed that spell book, and, you know, that's where we are right now with it. I think it was a good change. It was a needed change. One. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now I just gotta push it back ever so slightly. 1, 3, nope. 1, 6, almost. 1, 8, that did it. Perfect. Let's see what this looks like. Save. Fireball. All right, so that's kind of bright. It makes sense. Yeah. And then that's when I made the better version, because this isn't what the original grimoire looked like, the original spellbook. It's still bright, isn't it? It could also be the facing, like with the sun. You know what? I think it's fine. What if I do this? Start putting up like some walls here. Yeah, this mod has gone through a couple iterations for sure. Yeah, it has to do with the light outside. I don't like this angle here. Let's undo what I did. I think it's here. Let's make sure the face... Yep, this is it. Save. When will we see that better version? Right when I make an MMO of myself, we'll see that version, Bernardo. I'll call it EverQuest done right. I like the icon facing this way, because I think that's what the original icon facing is. Maybe. I could be misremembering it. Let's take a look. Spells, Aeroblast. Yep, that's the original facing. So that's the icon that matches up with it. All right, good. And I got space for runes. I could bump this up a little higher as well. I could put like a line there. Move this up a little bit to give me more room for the actual runes. So let's do that. Let's bump it up a little bit. And then I think we're done screwing with it finally. Finally! 2, 3... That's good. Because my runes are actually a little big. So she said. Done. Done. Did I actually do any spell work? Nope, but the grimoire I think looks good. Looks good. Scribbles my own runes on it. True. When is the alpha version of this gonna drop? So the things that I have left until I consider it being playable again, there we go, is well, it was categorizing the grimoires in the new spell dictionary. I got all the spell ciphers done for all the new spells. Everything's been recategorized. All the new grimoires are in. I made the spell scrolls usable again. So you can, yep, you can use the spell scrolls. I added an added benefit. You notice it did not consume it. It's because I'm an admin right now. I'm in creative. So when you're in creative mode, your spell scrolls will not deteriorate and like get used. Everything seems to be working pretty well. Oop. So yeah, I can teleport right through this if I want. Oop. I love Riftwalker and Blink. I'm gonna redo Blink to where it's a very fast, low-cost spell. I like the idea of being able to just like blink around. Honestly, if you have enough mana with Blink, you could basically fly, right? Because it's a teleport. You just have to watch how you drop down. Hey. Of course, I was just about to come out. But my pleasure. All right, and I guess with that, so really the only other thing that I need to do is get the Spellforge working, so you can create your new spell ciphers. That system is going to change. You no longer permanently, yeah, Blink plus Glider is going to be OP. Got villages to burn down, places to go. Meteor Storm spellbook. You know what? Maybe. Maybe Meteor Shower. I do have AoE stuff that I want to put in, like Inferno, and you'll notice there's some new spell names like Torrent and stuff. Cyclone. Like I have more spells that I want to put in. But yeah, basically you're not going to permanently learn spells anymore. It's going to be tied to like you discovering the cipher, and what you place around your Spellforge will give you a better percentage to find certain spells. So there'll be a whole mini system with that. Yeah, But after that, and you can create this in the Nexus again, or the Oculus, it's considered playable at that point. But let's find someone to raid. So I think the Grimoires, I no longer have to look at them. Well, I do. I got to put the runes in here first. They are going to be static runes. I'm not going to be able to have too much leeway. You know what? Oh, shit. I bet I could do something fancy with the runes. But it would all be the same rune. Shoot. Because I was going to say, like, my rune stone. I have these set up a certain way to where, like, depending on where you place them, it pulls out a different rune. But it would all be the same rune because it's the same block space, so that would look kind of weird. So I'll probably statically, like, find my favorite runes and just put them on the books. Yeah, unfortunately, can only get one glider. Yeah. Did you ever finish Portal? Nope, but I have the groundwork laid for it. So the whole teleportation thing, that's in the other world. You'll see that, like, as I'm flying around, I have, like, gateways kind of set up. That's coming. That is coming. Yeah, we do have to get our playtest server up and running. Once this is considered playable, I will be popping it in. And we got to work on those wyverns as well. Well, all right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Let's find someone to raid. Who do we have to raid? Twitch.tv. Who's actually playing the game? Who is playing? Oh, man, no one I'm following. Whoa, who's that person? Weird. Why? What does Twitch think? I go to the main site, and it's some, like, weird DJ person that, like, I don't know, they're like, that's not, I don't, Twitch, you don't know me at all. Like, what? You either give me, like, women in hot tubs, which I'm like, what? Really? Like, how sweaty, right? How nerd sweat is that channel, right? That, or I'm getting, like, DJs. I'm like, I don't listen to game music. I don't listen to real music anymore. What do you think this is? All right, you got two other people. We are gonna do... I don't know either of these people. This person has, like, 111 views. We won't rate them. Well, we'll give it to the other person here. Do exclamation raid / raid. Paste it in. I'll make sure to actually comment my my thing here. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching me. We are making progress on the magic mod. Some of the stuff, like, you know, like unique particles, because I just updated the particle system. That's forthcoming. Like, I'm gonna pop some runes on here and consider this done. Once you can create your spell ciphers, I got a system for that, and then the Oculus can take the new spell ciphers to create whatever spell you're trying to create, then I would consider this playable. There's a lot of bug fixes from the current version as well. Probably a lot of bugs that were introduced, so I'll probably be submitting, like, my alpha version again kind of soon. It depends on when I get these two things done. I was hoping to wait for 1.20 to do a new rewrite, because literally, if you can't go from an old world, from my old mod to this mod, because it breaks everything. I renamed everything. I started from the ground floor to try and find the fun to make this feel like a magic mod instead of a gate, you know, grind. So we'll see. We'll see if people like it. Thank you so much for watching. Vexus, I will talk to you a little later if you will be around. But all right, thanks everyone. Have a good one. Bye.